Right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, the South African viewers. Good evening to the New Zealand viewers. We are here for what is the first Trans-Tasman game of the competition, and it's quite an interesting one. It's the Highlanders versus the Reds. And yeah, just going by what we've seen so far, there's the slightest possibility that the Reds might just upset the Highlanders at home today. Or that is at least what I'm hoping for. So my score prediction for today is Reds by 8. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but I mean, they're Super Rugby AU champions, so at least they should be able to beat the fourth place Highlanders of Super Rugby Aotearoa. So yeah, maybe I'm way off, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Reds can beat the Highlanders, or will the Highlanders again celebrate today as the New Zealand franchise win over the Australians? We all know the New Zealand franchise has dominated Super Rugby when it was still on a couple of years back, but I do believe that a lot has changed in that time. So, yeah, let's quickly go through the lineups for today. We've got for the Highlanders in the front, we've got Aiden Johnson, Ash Dixon, Siati Tokalai, Paripari Parkinson, Josh Dixon, Hugh Renton, Billy Harmon, and Kazuki Himeno. A formidable front back, really. If you look at the likes of Aiden Johnson, has been pretty solid. Definitely All Black. Ash Dixon has been in incredible form for the last couple of seasons. So expect another big game from him. Tokalai is one of those props coming through very nicely for them. And Parry Parkinson has been pretty solid as well. And then Josh Dixon as well, we all know, is a very formidable lock partner to Parry Parkinson. Then Billy Harmon, I've last seen him play when he was at the Crusaders. Didn't get the game time, so I'm quite interested to see how he will fare today. I can think that he will have a decent showing. Then Himeno, we've seen over the time, he's played for Japan, solid player. Then in the backline, we've got Aaron Smith, Mitch Hunt, Jana Nareki, Scott Gregory, Michael Collins, Theo Tompkinson, and Sam Gilbert. So Gregory and Gilbert now I think in a second, third season. So it should be quite intriguing. And then Jana Nareki is a very formidable player. And then Mitch Hunt, going away from the Crusaders to the Highlanders, he's got more game time now. Aaron Smith obviously is one of the star players in the side. And then Michael Collins and Theo Tompkinson will bring that valuable experience to this Highlanders side. Then on the bench, we've got Liam Coltman, Ethan de Groot, Josh Honek, Brian Evans, James Lengis, Kane Hamilton, Tim O'Malley, and then Punavai. So Brian Evans and Kane Hamilton alongside Ethan de Groot should be a very good combination off the bench. Then for the Reds, we got in the front row Dane Zander, Brandon Painga Mosa, then Fioa Fotua, Ryan Smith, Angus Blake, Angus Scott Young, Liam Wright, and then Seru Uru. So there's quite a few players missing in this Red side, but still a very formidable one. Then one of the big changes is at 9, where Kalani Thomas comes in for the very informed Tate McDermott. Then James O'Connor at fly half scored that winning try last week against the Brumbies. Jock Campbell, Hamish Stewart, Josh Fluke, Filippo Daigunu, and then Bryce Hegarty forming the back. So very, very dangerous backline still. Then on the bench, we've got Josh Nash, Harry Hooper, Danila Tupou, Lucan Salakai Lotto, Fraser McWright, Moses Sarabi, Isaac Henry, and then Suliasi Vunivalu. So quite the intriguing bench, this one for the Reds. Look like they want to make that impact off the bench and maybe steal this game again towards the end of this game. Then injuries and players not available for the Highlanders: Shannon Frizzell, Josh Iwani, and then Selby Ricketts. So 3 names missing there that could have caused havoc for this Red side today. We all know Shannon Frizzell is a strong ball carrier. Josh Iwani was deemed as the next big thing in New Zealand. And then Selby Rickett is a decent line-out option and strong ball carrier. So they will be missing these guys today. Then injuries and players not available for the Reds is quite a list. Alex Moffey, Tate McDermott, then Zane Nongor, Jordan Patea, and Harry Wilson. So you've got 4 guys there that could have made a massive difference in this game. We all know Harry Wilson left the field injured last week, so I hope he's not out for too long. And then Jordan Patea was really instrumental in the Red success this season. So he will be a player that's going to be missed. Tate McDermott has been probably the best scrum half in Australia at the moment. So to miss out on him is another big one for the Reds. And then Alex Moffey brought that spark when Paenga Mosa was off, or they would have just swapped those two. So it is going to be very, very interesting to see how the Reds can cope without these quality players today. But yeah, the players are now running onto the field, and we should be ready for this game in just a short second. Like I said, guys, my score prediction for today is Reds by 8. I just feel if you're champions of a competition, you should be able to beat the 4th best team in Super Rugby Aotearoa. So the Trans-Tasman is underway, and we are going to see in just a short bit who will win this game between the Highlanders and the Reds. So before we go ahead, guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead, press that like button, and subscribe if you want to have future live commentary on this channel. I'm also doing a lot of the UK games and then also the South African games. So tonight we've got 2 other games coming up. It is the one between Munster and Connacht, and then also the one between Leinster and Ulster. So that should be quite an interesting Rainbow Cup Pro 14 thing going there in the UK, expecting Munster and Leinster to really destroy their opposition tonight as well. But now we are here at the Trans-Tasman. The Highlanders has run onto the field, and the game should start in just a bit, guys. So it should be really interesting to see. And Kazuki Himeno looks fired up for this game. He is a really good ball carrier. He's had 39 in Super Rugby Aotearoa, 154 meters gained, 26 tackles, and 4 turnovers won. So they do see him as the star player in this Highlanders side today. We are basically seconds away from the start of this game, guys. So leave in the comment section who you think is going to win this game. Ben O'Keefe is the referee, and what do you guys think of him? And then Mike Fraser will be the TMO for this game. So like I said, quite a few changes to the starting lineup of the Reds. So we will have to see how this will affect them. The champions of Super Rugby AU against the 4th place team of Super Rugby Aotearoa. Let's see who's going to walk away with the victory. It is going to be Mitch Hunt to get this game underway for us. And a deep kick in from Mitch Hunt inside the 22, collected by Jock Campbell for the Reds. Takes it up just outside the 22. And now a chance for them. They go through Ryan Smith, carrying it up, but not getting any meters. And now a little mistake there. The pass going straight into the lock, and now it's been turned over by the Highlanders. And here they come on the attack now. An opportunity. Aaron Smith's got the ball inside the 22. Out it goes to Mitch Hunt. Now it's Jonah Nareki. It's Sam Gilbert. And in the corner, they go over for the very first try. And it is a try by Scott Gregory for the Highlanders. What a start for them. What a mistake from the Reds. And that is going to make a massive difference going forward in this game. Not the start that the Reds would have wanted at all. So after a minute of play, a bad mistake from the scrum half has given the Highlanders the opportunity to attack early on, and they get the try. Great stuff. Pro Gamer says, morning, how's it going, Pro Gamer? And then Sim Slayer says, Guru, how's it going, Sim Slayer? We are in for the first Trans-Tasman try of the competition, and comes through the inside center, Scott Gregory for the Highlanders. What a start for this Highlanders side. Like I said, you would expect the champions of Super Rugby AU to win this game against the fourth place Aotearoa team. But we all know the quality of this New Zealand franchises, and we've seen them dominating in Super Rugby over the last couple of years. So you expect that trend to continue throughout. But let's see if the Reds can play like champions, like Sim Slayer says. Come on, Reds, play like the champions you are. So Mitch Hunt with the conversion attempt here, and it is going to go over. So it's 7 points to 0 to the Highlanders after just 2 minutes of play in this game. What a start for the Highlanders. A bad mistake made by the scrum half, Kalani Thomas, throwing it straight into Angus Blake. And from there, the Highlanders turned it over and went over for the very first try of this game. So James O'Connor restart, collected just outside the 22 by Buddy Parkinson. He might have just been inside as well. So let's see. It's taken up by the forwards of the Highlanders. Aaron Smith controlling the ball at the back and now putting it over with a box kick, which is going to find touch on halfway. What a kick from Aaron Smith. What experience to have at scrum half, and that could be the difference as well today, because there is no Tate McDermott for the Reds. They are playing with Kalani Thomas today. Throwing from Paenga Mosa. Great maul formed here by the Reds, but it goes down and it's a penalty advantage to them. Kalani Thomas, James O'Connor with a little chip kick over the top. Chased by Jock Campbell. The ball spills terribly for the Highlanders, and the Reds got it back on the 22. An opportunity now for the Reds to strike back almost immediately. Kalani Thomas at the back gives it out to Paenga Mosa, who puts his head down just outside the 22. Kalani Thomas again. Now it goes out to the prop that I can't pronounce, guys. So the tighted prop taking it in there. James O'Connor, now Seru Uru, and they're gaining some ground just outside the 22. So they're just stalling at the moment in or just outside the 22. Now Daigunu, but there's a little bit of obstruction. So we are going to come back for offside by the Highlanders, and an opportunity for the Reds to go to the corner or kick at goal, which I think they maybe should take this points and just settle this game down. Trailing by 4 points after a big mishap. Shouldn't be too bad, but it's Bryce Hegarty, the fullback of the Reds, who decides he is going to have a shot at the touch and not a shot at goal. So he finds touch round about 6 meters out, and an attacking opportunity here now for the Reds, with Paenga Mosa to throw us in. Right, so Paenga Mosa throws it in, finds Angus Scott Young. The maul goes down, but another penalty advantage coming for the Reds, 5 meters out. Kalani Thomas out to Paenga Mosa, puts the head down. They're about 2 meters out now as the Reds. Right in front of the post, Seru Uru putting his head down, still outside. Let's see if they can get over. Oh, Kalani Thomas have thrown a dummy, and I think he might just be over. But Ben O'Keefe is not convinced that that's gone over the try line. Maybe held up, maybe knocked on. Let's have a look. The TMO will decide. Mike Fraser is the TMO for today's game. So let's see what happens with this one. But I think Kalani Thomas might have just gone over under the posts here, unless there was maybe a double movement, knock on, or maybe held up. We'll have to wait and see on the replay. So let's have a look here. He's short there, and then the ball rolls over the try line. So I think he did have control over the ball at all times, but this is a very strange thing happening here. Let's just see. That is a try. According to me, I I know the rules pretty well, but I might be wrong. But he went short and rolled his hands with the ball over the try line. So I would say that's pretty much a try. Aaron Smith tried to hold him up, but he was just too late. But let's see what the referee decides. What do you guys think if you're watching the game? Did you think that that was a try or not? The try has been awarded, so at least I know some rugby, and we made the right call beforehand. So this should be 7-all now after just 5.5 minutes in this game. So we could be in for a very interesting game here. Kalani Thomas scoring there for the Reds, and then for the Highlanders, it was Scott Gregory went over for that try. So what a start to this game. 6 minutes in, and it's all square here. A great little dummy thrown by Kalani Thomas, the scrum half for today for the Reds. And Aaron Smith was completely fooled by that one. So a great try to the Reds, and we've got a good game coming up, I feel. So the restart from Mitch Hunt is another deep one. So they're going the deep road today, taken in by Jock Campbell for the Reds, just outside the 22. Now he drives his way over the 22, so they can't kick this out directly. Angus Scott Young puts his head down, just trying to find a bit of space for James O'Connor now. Now it comes out to him. He's going to put it up high. The chase is on here from Daikunu. It's a bit of a miscommunication there from Mitch Hunt, but the Highlanders do have this back, but there was a little knock on. So the Reds winning the aerial battle right there. Wasn't the greatest kick from James O'Connor, but the chase from Daikunu was a really good one. And just a little bit of a collision between Mitch Hunt and Sia Tompkins there, causing him to spill the ball. And it is going to be a scrum to the Reds, roundabout on the 10-meter line inside their own half. So let's see what we can pull off from here. So just having a little stat there, the Red scrum, 57 feeds, ranked second, success 98.2. So it was the best scrumming stats in Super Rugby AU, but this is Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, and it should be completely different little battle as we see the first scrum getting reset, unfortunately. Right, so Ben O'Keefe just explaining to the players there how he wants it to be done, like he was the professional playing in the forwards in his playing days. These referees are experts at scrum time, guys. I don't know how they do it, but sometimes I really doubt their decisions. But let's see what happens. It is now the scrum reset. Kalani Thomas to throw this in for the Reds. I think there was a little bit of an early shove there from the Highlanders, but now it's solid. And the Reds going forward, they're going to definitely milk the penalty here. But the referee says, no, the scrum has gone up and we're going to have another reset scrum. So about 2 minutes now already wasted in this 8 minutes of the game through scrum resets. But a big scrum from the Highlands, big scrum from the Reds. No clear winner in that scrum. I thought for a second that the Reds could milk the penalty there, but unfortunately it didn't work out for them. So we will have 9 minutes gone in this game now, and another reset scrum after Mitch Hunt knocked the ball on from the aerial kick from James O'Connor. Right, another reset scrum. Kalani Thomas to throw this in for the Reds. And now there's a free kick to the Reds, and it's taken quickly. Now Hammy Stewart, brilliant offload as it goes out to the outside centre. Now quick ball, Seru Uru. Up to halfway goes the Reds. Still going, Bryce Hegarty going forward, almost up to the 10-meter line inside Highlanders half. Slow ball coming back now. Might be turned over. No, comes back Kalani Thomas. Angus Scott Young, James O'Connor. Out it goes to Fuya. Let me try and pronounce that name just again for you guys. So it is what's his name? Fioa Fotuaka taking it up there for the Reds. But we are coming back for a penalty now to the Reds on halfway. Will Bryce Hegarty or James O'Connor maybe have a shot to put the Reds into the lead for the first time in this game? Bryce Hegarty has made it clear that he's going to go for touch yet again, guys. So the Reds are really looking to attack very early on in this game. 10 minutes gone, 7-all it is. A mistake early on from the Reds cost him a try from Scott Gregory, and then a try from Kalani Thomas for the Reds. Barry asked, who do you vote for today, Guru? I said Reds by 8. So let's see if the champions can win the 4th place Highlanders. Now it's taken up Kalani Thomas off the back up to the 22 for the Reds. Now chance to attack. Seru Uru taking it up now. Angus Scott Young just driving over the 22 now. Kalani Thomas needs quick ball. James O'Connor, he's double tackled there by Scott Gregory and another player. Now quickly driven up forward again by Seru Uru. And now it's taken up by Liam Wright for the Reds. 10 meters out now. Kalani Thomas out to Daikunu, but he knocks it on. And it's going to be a scrum to the Highlanders, unfortunately. And we've got one guy who said we want to watch the game as well. So if I could, I would have shown you guys the game. But unfortunately, I did it once and I got banned for 3 months. So I wouldn't want to get banned again, unfortunately, there. Barry asked, which stadium is it today? So it is the Forsyth Barr in Dunedin. So home advantage to the Highlanders there, Barry. And you would expect the Highlanders to win at home. But I mean, the Reds are the champions of Super Rugby AU, so you can expect the Reds to upset the Highlanders today. Obviously, the Reds have got quite a few players not available today, so it's going to be interesting to see how they cope without those players as we get another reset scrum, and that's now about 3 minutes wasted in this game. We've had about 12 minutes in this game already. And it's quite entertaining so far. Obviously, there's a few mistakes, but they don't have any excuses anymore. So, I mean, this is just childish errors from professional players. They've all been playing for a while now, so it's not that wet, it's not that damp, so it should be an open flowing game. Right, so scrum feed from Aaron Smith. Let's see if this scrum is going to work out for them. Nice little feed, solid scrum there. Goes down on the side of the Reds, but it gets out to Scott Gregory, who's all the way over the 22-meter line. Strong ball carrier and strong runner. Now a little pop pass to Himeno, and he makes it up to the 10-meter line. A chance now for the Highlanders to go on the attack. Tokalai taking it off, and now a chance here for Michael Collins. But he's isolated, and the ball gets stolen by Liam Wright. And now the Reds on the attack on the 10-meter line again. Hamie Stewart taking it up for the Reds. Quick ball required here for the Reds. Little tap over the top by the scrum off, but it's been charged down partially back into the hands of the Reds. And now they're going to attack from the 10-meter line again. Hamie Stewart trying to find space, but Himeno brings him down. And it should be a penalty now to the Highlanders. The Reds holding on to the ball. Flynn Atkinson says, hi, how's it going, buddy? Hope you enjoy this stream today. So a great penalty there from, I think it was, let's just have a look. It was Billy Harmon who stole the ball. Yeah, it is Hugh Renton who got his hands over the ball there and secured a penalty for the Highlanders 14 minutes into this game on a 10-meter line inside their own half. Right, so that kick finds touch roundabout on the 10-meter line inside Red's half, and a chance now for the Highlanders to go on the attack. Brilliant steal on the ground from Hugh Renton, player isolated, and gets the penalty for them. Flynn Atkins says, good thanks, I'm a Highlander supporter, but I can't watch the game. That is really unfortunate, Flynn. So what's the reason for not being able to watch the game? Would like to know. Billy Harmon taking it up for the Highlanders. This is looking good for them on the 10-meter line again. Mitch Hunt puts a little dab ahead, but Daikunu is in possession, puts his head down just inside the 22, and now there's a chance for them to clear this ball. It is taken up by Ryan Smith for the Reds, and now it comes back all the way to Bryce Hegarty, who have to rush the kick and finds touch. Again, round about between the 10 and the 22 inside Reds half. So some really good play so far from both teams. The Reds having more possession as of late and a little bit more territory as well. So a chance now for the Highlanders to finally get their hands on the ball and maybe get a few phases going and maybe set up a try or something here. So it is going to be Ash Dixon to throw this in, and it is stolen by the Reds on the ground, but the ball spilled loose, and the Highlanders got it back. Now Himeno, out it goes to Mitch Hunt, who puts his head down just outside the 22 of the Reds now. Aaron Smith, Ash Dixon, about 5 meters outside the 22. Now, wild pass to Scott Gregory, caught a little bit behind the advantage line, but they got it back now. Aaron Smith, out it goes to Buddy Parkinson. He's forced his way up to the 22, and another spilled ball, but a penalty to the Highlanders after 6 phases of play during this one, and it is Hamish Stewart who got penalized for not rolling away. So let's see if the Highlanders, well, again, it looks like both teams won points through scoring tries, because they are going to go for touch here. Is Mitch Hunt. He's found touch on the 5-meter line, so a great attacking opportunity now for the Highlanders. I think they will try and set this up through a maul and maybe drive their way over the try line. We saw the Brumbies try and do that last week against the Reds, and they were not very successful. So let's see if this New Zealand franchise can do better. Buddy Parkinson takes it up. They go around Billy Harmon, Ash Dixon on the loop around, and he's 2 meters from the try line, being stopped now. Now it comes out to Himeno again. Good defense from the Reds. 2 meters out. Aaron Smith, another sloppy pass. The ball spills all the way to the 22, and now it is taken up, beautifully recovered there by Sam Gilbert for the Highlanders. Back inside to the 22 they go. Now it's taken Tokalai, Mitch Hunt with a dab through. It is chased beautifully by Tompkinson, but Bryce Hegarty saves the day for the Reds and runs it into touch. So, that's actually over the dead ball line, so it will be a 5-meter scrum to the Highlanders. But what a clever little dab through from Mitch Hunt, and so close for Theo Tompkinson to grab that ball and score, but Bryce Hegarty doing a fantastic job at the back. Exactly what a fullback is supposed to do. So a scrum to the Highlanders, 5 meters out. We've had about 18 minutes in this game. And a chance now for the home side to really stir things up now. Love to see a decent backline move from this very dangerous Highlanders side. Aaron Smith, Mitch Hunt, Jonah Nareki, Scott Gregory, Michael Collins, Theo Tompkinson, and Sam Gilbert in that back line. So let's see if they can set up a good scrum here by the forwards, and then maybe they can go through the back line. But it's going to be hard to beat this Reds defense. So the scrum feed from Aaron Smith, a decent scrum from both sides now. It's coming back very slowly for Aaron Smith. Now it is Theo Tompkinson, 5 meters out. He tried to burst his way through, but like I said, the defense very solid at the moment. Now Himeno gets driven back by Hamish Stewart, and this Reds defense holding out nicely. Now it comes out to the forwards again. They've lost a bit of ground. They're now about 10 meters out. Here's the Highlanders. Billy Harmon, out it goes to Mitch Hunt. Puts his head down, still 7 meters out. 5 phases already. Himeno. Penalty advantage coming for the Highlanders. Aaron Smith, out it goes to the lock forward for the Highlanders. But we are going to come back for a penalty now. the Reds defense holding very firmly at the moment. So Josh Dixon didn't manage to get too much ground there with that one. And again, they had to settle with a penalty, but they will be going for touch yet again as this Highlanders side. They won that try. So now this will be their second attempt at the penalty to get the try. But the Reds defense just very solid at the moment. 20 minutes gone in this first half. 7-all it is. You can see the Reds are taking that confidence of Super Rugby AU into this competition. And it will be interesting to see. They did have a great move last time round with Ash Dixon looping around the back of the lineup. So this time it's been taken in by Josh Dixon at the back. They're going for the driving maul this time. They're still going sideways at the moment, but it looks like the Reds might have stopped this maul from going forward. And it goes down, and it is going to be a scrum to the Reds. And what defense from this Reds outfit at the moment. It is Liam Wright who managed to get that ball off the back of that maul, driving through the middle and getting the scrum for the Reds. 21 minutes gone in this first half. Solid defense. The defense that saw them winning Super Rugby AU last week. And then a little bit of the same for the Highlanders. They just cannot get through to just finish it off. They're so close every time, but just unable to give that final blow to the opposition. So let's see what happens with the scrum. Defensive scrum coming up for the Reds here. 5 meters out from the try line. The fed by Kalani Thomas, the try scorer for the Reds, picked up off the back by Seru Uru, but under tremendous pressure. But the referee says we will have another scrum reset as that scrum went down. So this is quite worrying because we've already seen about 4 or 5 minutes wasted in this game just through scrum resets. And yeah, something needs to be done about that. We're losing too much minutes in a game through all these scrum resets. So the Reds are quite heavier than the Highlanders, 922 to 894. So about a 28 kilogram difference between the two packs. And unfortunately, Tanela Tupo is on the bench, so we can't blame him for being the heavier of the two. Right, so here comes the scrum again. Let's see. It is taken in by Thomas. Off the back now, Seru Uru just trying to control this. Pressure on them. And it's been intercepted by Billy Harmon, but he just couldn't get it to stick. And it comes back into the hands of the Reds. So a knock-on advantage here for the Reds on their own try line. Now Jock Campbell is going to kick this downfield. Finds touch roundabout on a 10-meter line, but quickly thrown in now. Jonah Nareki all the way up to the 22. Beats the first defender. Beats the second. Brilliant offload. Back inside, but they're into touch. So Jonah Nareki really looking like razor sharp there. Nearly going through 2 or 3 defenders there. And first of all, he beat Angus Scott Young. Then he beat Jock Campbell, and he was finally brought down by Bryce Hegarty. And then just that pass, probably a bit forward as well, back. But they are going to have this lineup, again, 5 meters from the try line. Taken in there by Ryan Smith for the Reds. And they do form them all 5 meters out from their own try line. Painga Mosa in control at the back of that scrum, or maul, controlling it pretty well for them at the moment. Good thing that they might wanted to milk a penalty there, but it is Kalani Thomas that needs to clear this off the back, puts it up into touch, and that's a terrible kick from him, and not even finding 5 meters of distance there, and it's going to be an attacking lineup to the Highlanders just inside the 22, or on the 22 of the Reds. We've had 25 minutes in this game. So you can see the inexperience of Thomas counting against the Reds there, although he did score what was the first try for the Reds after throwing a nice little dummy and scoring under the post. Throwing from Ash Dixon, taken in there by Josh Dixon. And now off the back comes Renton. Inside the 22 they go. Billy Harmon with a pop pass to Michael Collins. Still going forward is the Highlanders. Now a chance here for Himeno. Got double tackled there by Ryan Smith and the outside centre. Now the ball comes loose. A little knock on from the Reds. And we are going to have another scrum to the Highlanders 10 meters out from the try line. So the pressure are building up for the Reds at the moment. Will they be able to keep them out? We've had 6 turnovers conceded by the Highlanders, 4 from the Reds. 3 handling errors from the Reds as well. 44 to 36 tackles in favor of the Reds. So you would imagine with all the pressure coming from the Highlanders that the Reds would have made more tackles, but they've actually made, I think, 8 less tackles than the Highlanders already. So yeah, let's have another scrum. Hopefully it won't be another reset. And the Highlanders can make something of this and score the try. Let's see if they can do this. Right, scrum feed by Aaron Smith off the back, just waiting for the ball to come out. Himeno controlling it, but now it's back loose again. And the referee says it's going to be another reset. So six minutes wasted in the game already. So we should have actually been on a 3-minute, but instead we're already 26 minutes into this first half. They will seriously need to change the law regarding the scrum resets. But I'm not complaining. It does give me a breather sometimes, as things can get quite exciting when the game is flowing. So let's see what the Highlanders can do. They're 10 meters out from the Reds try line. Can we see another try? We saw 2 tries in the opening 5 minutes of this game. Now Aaron Smith got it off the back. Now we're going to have a run here. It is Mitch Hunt up to the 5-meter line. The Highlanders now looking good. Taken in by Ash Dixon. Penalty advantage coming here for the Highlanders. Aaron Smith, Michael Collins running onto the ball, 2 meters out, and it's Ash Dixon who dives over for the try. Great little pickup from him, and he just bursts his way through the defense there, and a great chance to now take the authority in this game. So I don't think there should be a problem with the conversion as well. So I think best will be I can change that already. Let's just change the score real quickly for you guys. So Highlanders should have 14 now. And the Reds will stay on 7. So the Highlanders have finally broken through the defense of this Reds side. Flynn said, I don't have Sky Sports, so it's only available to Sky Sport viewers, unfortunately, then in New Zealand. Then Hanlu Brand says, hi, again, can you please send me different thumbnails for tomorrow? All right, Hanlu, I totally forgot about it last week. I will definitely send you over some thumbnails. I will be doing the thumbnails tonight, so expect it sometime around tonight. The conversion goes over, so the Highlanders now leading by 14-7 with about 11 minutes in this first half to go. The Highlanders looking pretty good so far on the attack, but the defense of the Reds have been pretty solid. The restart from James O'Connor, and it's collected there by Billy Harmon. Runabout on the 10-meter line inside Highlanders half. Now Aaron Smith, out it goes to Tokalai. Beats one defender, takes 2 to bring him down eventually. And this could come back here. It comes back slowly for the Highlanders. Back to Mitch Hunt, who goes to the air. and it is chased down by them, but let's see, Daigunu's underneath it, and he's got it on the 10-meter line inside Red's half. It is now Thomas feeding out to Bryce Hegarty, Seru Uru. The Highlanders defense rushing up at the moment, causing all sorts of trouble for the Reds. Now James O'Connor decides to kick this downfield, but into the hands it goes of Mitch Hunt, who puts a little dab ahead into the hands of Seru Uru. The Reds have got possession just inside their own half. Now it comes out Bryce Hegarty. Goes out to Dane Zander, who's touched the ball for the first time today. Now Bryce Hegarty, James O'Connor tried to loop around, but got tackled very well there by Billy Harmon. And the Reds now got possession. They're going backwards at the moment. Up and under from Bryce Hegarty, chased by Hamish Stewart. Underneath it is Jonah Nareki. Good tackle from Hamish Stewart. The Highlanders got it on their own 10-meter line. Now Smith, out it goes to Josh Dixon. Aaron Smith quickly out to Billy Harmon. Now it goes to Theo Tompkins. Back inside it goes to Himeno. Just over the 10-meter line. Inside Red's half they go. Now it's Mitch Hunt again. Chance Jonah Nareki. Little grubber ahead. And Bryce Hegarty catching it at the back. And then putting it to the boot. Finding touch between the 10 and the 22 of the Reds. So with 9 minutes to go in this first half, the Highlanders now look like they've got the momentum going in this game. They're really looking dangerous when they've got ball in hand. And the Reds will do well if they can keep them out. I think they will be begging for halftime to come because they do look a little bit out of sorts at the moment. So line out Ash Dixon to throw this in. Like I said, just between the 10 and the 22 of the Reds. Collected by Potty Parkinson. Now Billy Harmon off the blind side. Josh Dixon having a good run and gives it inside to Aaron Smith. But the cover defense was good. And it's going to be a line out to the Reds on the 5-meter line. So another defensive lineup coming up for the Reds. This Highlanders side looking very dangerous at the moment. Too much space on the outside. The lineup has gone a little bit astray there, but the Reds managed to get it back now. And Thomas, out it goes to James O'Connor, who's going to try and kick this into touch. Not finding touch. Now Jonah Nareki, out it goes to Sam Gilbert, having a run at them. Still going as Sam Gilbert, just outside the 22 they go. Aaron Smith now, Ash Dixon, Billy Harmon. Puts his head down. Just outside the 22 now. Aaron Smith, Mitch Hunt. Another little stab through. Sam Gilbert is chasing after this. But Bryce Hegarty has managed to save the day again for the Reds. So another 5-meter scrum coming up for the Highlanders. And this little grubber kicks are killing the Reds at the moment. But I must say, pretty much impressed with Bryce Hegarty's defense at the back. He's now saved two tries already in this game. As we see Tanela Tupou coming onto the field very early on in this game. We've got 7 minutes left of this first half. Tanela Tupou now in for the Reds. And let's see if he can make an impact off this bench for the Reds. It was strange seeing him starting off the bench, but I think he's had a lot of starting minutes. So they were just trying to rest him a little bit going forward. But Futuaka has been replaced by Tupou as early as the 32nd minute of the first half. It is Aaron Smith who's going to feed this for the Highlanders and a chance to really dominate this game now. It would be it would be fair if they could get another try. Just the way they dominated. Now Aaron Smith off the back. The pass out to Nareki. 4 meters out. Aaron Smith again with a long pass out to Theo Tompkins. And they are going to dive over in the corner for their third try. So the Highlanders now showing complete dominance in this game. And the question whether this Reds team will be able to come back in this. I don't know. It's not Super Rugby AU. It's Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. And it's going to be hard to get back against a Highlanders side looking to really stamp their authority in this game. So Aaron Smith made the long cutout pass to Tompkins. And if it wasn't for that, no try would have been on. But great try from the Highlanders, now completely dominating this first half. And we've got about 6 minutes left of it. So the Reds will try and play survival mode now for the rest and maybe go back into the locker room and come back firing in a second. But the Highlanders just showing what the New Zealand franchises is all about. They're so dominant. And even myself got fooled by Super Rugby AU, really, because I gave the Reds by 8 points today. So it's a reality check maybe for Australian rugby, because what we are seeing here is basically more of the same we saw in Super Rugby before, where the New Zealand franchises just dominate all the Australian teams and most of the South African teams that time. So, yeah, can the Reds come back? Let's hope so. But for now, it is the Highlanders well and truly in the lead here. And Mitch Hunt with a beautiful conversion from the touch. So 21 points to 7 as we got 5 minutes left in this first half. The Reds will have to try and get a try here before halftime. Otherwise, it's going to become ugly for them. So the restart from James O'Connor. Now, a little knock on from Tompkinson this time. And maybe a chance now for the Reds as Daikunu's got it. Advantage been played to the Reds now for that knock on. Just outside the 22. Thomas to James O'Connor. Now Bryce Hegarty. Cut out pass to Hamish Stewart. But Scott Gregory read it beautifully. And it has been knocked on by the Reds. So we're coming back for that first knock on from Theo Tompkins. So the Reds need to score from here, guys. It is really, if they want to stay in this game, they need to get the try now just before halftime. We've got 4 minutes left in this first half. So possession going to the Reds, territory to the Highlanders, playing very cleverly, just keeping the game inside the Reds half. And that's the way New Zealand teams play. You would never really see them try and play the game from their own half. They force you into your own half, and then they do the damage when they're inside your own half. They know they've got the freedom to play the rugby, so they haven't gone away from that way of playing for, 5 or 6 years, because you've seen it most of the time. You don't get a New Zealand team trying to play the rugby from inside their own half. They force you to make the mistakes. So a little free kick off the scrum here for the Reds. Daikunu taking it over to 22 now for the Reds. Let's see whether they can get that try before halftime. Taken in by Angus Blythe. Now Thomas again, James O'Connor out to Bryce Hegarty. The defense is solid from the Highlanders. The Reds not getting over that 22 at the moment. Knock on from the Reds. And a chance now for the Highlanders. Smith kicking it downfield. Nobody at the back for the Reds. Chasing back is Jock Campbell. And the bounce of the ball is also horrible, but he's got it now. A chance here. Jock Campbell breaks through the first line of defense over the 10-meter line inside their own half. Now it's taken up again. Ryan Smith, Angus Blythe. Oh, great tackle from Ash Dixon there. Just stopping him in his tracks there. Thomas. Out it goes to Hamish Stewart. Playing a Mosa to Liam Wright. Gets caught by Tompkins. And the Reds just going backwards at the moment. Just outside their own 22. Now it's taken up by Dane Zander, the loose head prop for the Reds. They got it back now. Thomas to James O'Connor, puts it to the boot. 2 minutes left in this first half. Now it's taken by Mitch Hunt on halfway. He managed to get almost up to the 10-meter line. Now Aaron Smith. It is Nareki. Breaks through one defender. The offload wasn't necessary, but it's been taken there by Sam Gilbert. The Highlanders still coming. Himeno takes it down for them. Not gaining too much ground though. Now Paddy Parkinson, Mitch Hunt again. Long cut out pass to Tompkinson. Not a lot of space though. Daigunu getting him quite easily there in the fence. Back to Billy Harmon. So they set up another phase at the breakdown. 5 phases already. And now they give away a penalty. Painga Mosa stealing the ball on the ground. And Tompkinson deciding to hold on to the ball. And now Billy Harmon there in a little bit of a scuffle. And so unnecessary from him. And the Reds now taking to the bundle and trying to just get rid of this whole situation. But very unnecessary from Billy Harmon there. I think he was a little bit frustrated because he was the one that got penalized for holding on to the ball. So we've got a minute left in this first half. The Reds are just outside their own 22. And decision times now, because if they don't score before halftime, they might just struggle to get back in the second half, unless they can hit back quickly just after halftime. But the Highlanders have looked pretty solid on attack and defense. The Reds going backwards on numerous occasions through this last play. And it seems like we might just have a captain's referral. Oh. So Ash Dixon might be in trouble here for the Highlanders, as there was what seems like a little bit of a, what do you call this tackle now? A tip tackle, lifting the player in the air and throwing him down. So I don't know whether they will go up for it, because there is just a slight little injury to Josh Dixon. But the referee says nothing in it. So Bryce Hegarty will now try and find some territory for the Reds just before halftime. He finds touch roundabout between the 10 and halfway inside the Highlanders half. And yeah, it's now or never for them. They need to score before halftime. Painga with the throw in finds Angus Blade. Now Thomas out to Stewart. Just hitting the line with speed there over the advantage line to go. And Angus Scott Young taking it up now. Heavy Stewart again. Thomas tries to loop around. Now Seruuru finds a bit of space, but the referee are going to penalize the Reds for obstruction there. So now it's going to be the Highlanders who will have a chance before halftime. And it's just getting more and more intriguing here for the Highlanders. The Reds giving penalties away left and right. They've been penalized on 4 occasions out of the 5 times there's been penalties in this last couple of minutes. So discipline being an issue for the Reds at the moment. And then the attacking play getting really smothered by this Highlanders defense. And when the Highlanders do attack inside the 22, they look very dangerous. And we could see the Highlanders score here on the stroke of halftime. The lineup is going to be on the 22 inside the Reds half. And one last attacking opportunity now for the Highlanders going into halftime. It is Ash Dixon with the throw-in. He's going to find Paddy Parkinson out to Billy Harmon. Now Renton gives Mitch Hunt back inside to Jana Nareki. Over the 22 they go. Now Aaron Smith back to Josh Dixon. Puts his head down at about 15 meters out now. It is back to Josh Dixon this time. Still going strong. Is this Highlanders back. Now Mitch Hunt, the loop around from Scott Gregory. Still going forward. Up to the 5-meter line to go. Aaron Smith gives it out to Himeno, 2 meters out. They surely must score from here. And a try has been scored by the Highlanders. It is Renton. Oh no, he's knocked it on. So Hugh Renton has knocked the ball on over the try line. So that is going to be halftime. It is going to be 21-7. And the Reds been left off the hook there by a knock on over the try line from Hugh Renton for the Highlanders. And it's going to be interesting to see if that is going to have an impact on the final score. I'm sure the referee, the coach, will not be happy if they do lose this game, and they could have scored before half time. But yeah, I'm going to take a quick break, guys. When I do come back, we will be doing the second half of this Trans-Tasman game. So don't go anywhere. I will be back in about 5 minutes' time. Right, guys, we are back for the second half of this Trans-Tasman game. It is the Highlanders leading at halftime by 21 points to 7. So a completely dominant performance from the Highlanders in this first game. And I must say I'm a little bit disappointed by the Reds' performance today. But, I mean, the game was hyped up. The Reds won Super Rugby AU. The Highlanders finished fourth in Super Rugby Aotearoa. But it just again shows you the difference in class between the two countries at the moment. Because any of this New Zealand franchises can possibly beat the best in Australia. And it is a little bit of an eye opener today. I myself were really bluffed by the quality of Super Rugby AU. I really thought the Reds played some amazing rugby during their time in Super Rugby AU. But obviously, it is a step up from Super Rugby AU. This New Zealand franchises just showing why New Zealand rugby are as strong as they currently are. With this first half performance from the Highlanders, and just going through some of the key players missing in this Red side today, and they are surely missed. The From the Reds, it's injuries and players not available for this game. Alex Murphy, Dave McDermott, Zane Nongor, Jordan Patea, and Harry Wilson. I do feel that Harry Wilson and Jordan Patea and Tate McDermott would have made a massive difference to this Red side. But to be fair and honest about it, the other guys have done really well. Seru Uru has been solid off the back. Probably not the same impact as Harry Wilson would have had. And then Kalani Thomas have had a decent show. He did make a terrible pass in that first minute, which led to the opening try of the Highlanders. So, yeah, would Tate McDermott have made the same mistake? I don't know, but Kalani Thomas did manage to get a try of his own. So, yeah, that probably made up for that. But then the likes of Patea being missed in the midfield or on the wing is clear today, as Jock Campbell has been solid, and Filippo Daigunu is an Australian. He's a Wallaby, so not too much missing from Patea. But I do feel if he had to play maybe at centre, he would have made a bigger impact than Josh Fluke has made today, because Josh Fluke has just been nowhere on the attack. He's been solid in defence, but that's as far as it came for them. And then the likes of, let's quickly go through the teams. Aiden Johnson has been solid. So too has Tokolai been. Ash Dixon has been brilliant for the Highlanders, and surely he must be in contention for that All Black jersey sometime around. We know they've got quality hookers in Dane Coles, and who's the other one from the Crusaders? I just can't get to his name now, but he is the first choice hooker there. And then they obviously got guys from the Hurricanes as well doing well. But Ash Dixon has been phenomenal for the Highlanders overall this season and last season, and he's having a cracker again today. Buddy Parkinson and Josh Dixon doing a pretty solid job in the line-out. They're having some strong ball carries as well. Hugh Renton has been solid, although he did cost the Highlanders a try at the stroke of half-time when he went over the line but knocked it on. So a 7-pointer going a waste there for the Highlanders. Then Billy Harmon has been pretty solid, and Himeno as well. So a great all-round performance from the forwards. And then Aaron Smith and Mitch Hunt has just been dominating the attacking calls for this Highlanders side. Clean, quick ball off the back from Aaron Smith. Mitch Hunt with his little dab throughs, doing a great job. Little grubber kicks into space, putting the Reds under tremendous pressure. And if it wasn't for Bryce Hegarty, the Islanders would probably score 2 more tries through those little grubbers off Mitch Hunt. And then Jonah Nareki and Sio Tompkinson has been pretty solid on the wing as well. Jonah Nareki having a few really good runs there. Scott Gregory has been pretty solid as well. having taken up the ball pretty well so far for the Highlanders, and then Michael Collins have been solid as well. Sam Gilbert is a strong runner. I'm pretty much impressed with this youngster. I must say, between these two youngsters, Scott Gregory and Sam Gilbert, both players have impressed me so far, and they're looking pretty solid in the mix so far. Then for the Reds, unfortunately, Dane Zander has been nowhere to be seen. He's been scrumming solid, but apart from that, he's just been nowhere. Then Brandon Paenga-Mosa is always having a solid game. He's doing his work pretty solid. And then Fioa Fotua Aki has been replaced by Tanila Tupou 8 minutes from time in the first half. So him not making any impact whatsoever going forward. And Ryan Smith and Angus Blake has been solid for the Reds. Angus Scott Young and Liam Wright has been pretty solid on the flankers for the Reds, doing a good job. Sere Uru done nothing wrong, but they are missing the likes of Harry Wilson today. Then in the back line for the Reds, Kalani Thomas making a couple of mistakes here and there, and also doing some good ones along the road as well. James O'Connor has been a bit silent today, not getting too much go-forward ball from his side. Jock Campbell has been solid off the back. Damien Stewart has had a few good carries. Josh Fluke, unfortunately, nowhere to be seen. Filippo Daigudu has been good under the high balls, putting some pressure on this Highlanders side as well. But the standout player so far for me in the Reds team is Bryce Hegarty, who has been saving tries for the Reds all round in this first half already. So he's been really, really good so far. Khan Unu says Forsyth Barr Stadium, Dunedin. Yeah, so the game has been played at Dunedin. So the Highlanders showing pretty good dominance in this first half, and just showing the difference in class between the two countries at the moment. So this is a bit of an eye-opener to Australian rugby. The Reds getting dominated in this first half by a very formidable Highlanders side so far. I did say the Reds by 8 initially, but at halftime it's 21 points to 7. And it's just been really crazy from the Highlanders, putting this Reds team under tremendous pressure with those little grubber kicks through, kicks into space, and Aaron Smith and Mitch Hunt really showing great, showing that they're a great combination in this Highlanders side. So I don't see any changes for the Highlanders at halftime. For the Reds, obviously, Tupou has come on, Vunivalu has come on, and that's about it. So Vunivalu and Tupou replaced Fioa at, about 8 minutes before halftime. So, we're going to get ahead and start this second half. 11J said, hello, hope you're well. How's it going? It's going great, the 11J said. I'm just really surprised by the dominance the Highlanders have shown in this first half. So I would want to see the Reds come back in the second half, but I do see, the kickoff has been taken just before we go ahead, and the Reds have got it back inside the 22 of the Highlanders, and Sere Uru is taking it up now. Thomas, out it goes to Angus Scott Young. They're about 10 meters out from the try line. Here is the Reds. Thomas out to Ryan Smith, trying to put his head down and gain a couple of meters. So Kalani Thomas now out it goes to Jock Campbell. Throws a very terrible pass to Jock Campbell, who gets driven back in the tackle all the way up to the 22 again. And the Reds will have to reset again and come again. Kalani Thomas out to Daigudu. Breaks the first line of defense, and a terrible tackle there from Barry Parkinson. We might go back for that one, but it is Sere Uru who's taking it up at the moment for the Reds. Taken forward by Angus Scott Young. Again now 5 meters out. Tanila Tupou driving it forward for them. A penalty to the Highlanders after 11 phases, player holding on to the ball. So that is pretty bad. Now Aaron Smith taps quickly and they're having a run. Mitch Hunt kicks it downfield. And that, for me, is a really bad decision from the Highlanders as they give away possession to the Reds on halfway now, where they could have maybe set up a line-out from that angle. So just to go back to that tackle on Daikunu from Buddy Parkinson, that is dangerous. It's around the neck. He froze him to the ground, so they might want to go and check that again. But it seems like it is going to continue regardless. So the captain choice not being used by the Reds today. I don't know if there's actually a captaincy thing in this competition. I didn't go through the prediction, but it seems like for some reason it might not be there. So the Reds have taken it up to halfway now from that lineup and driving their way forward quite nicely. Penalty coming for them as the Highlanders let that maul go down. Now Bryce Hegarty with a little cross kick. Out it goes to Daikunu, but it goes directly into touch, but we're coming back. Oh, it's Vunivalu who actually dived after that ball, but a penalty to the Reds after the Highlanders got penalised for joining from the wrong side of the ruck. So 11J said your prediction for the next game. So the next game is which one again? Let's just quickly have a look here. I'm not going to be able to do that game. Unfortunately, I have to go out. So it is a game that I would have wanted to do between the Waratahs and the Hurricanes. So I do expect the Hurricanes to run away with that game, 11J said. After having a look what's going on in this game, I just don't see a very young, inexperienced Waratahs side, even at home, beating the Hurricanes. So, yeah, the Reds now with an attacking opportunity inside the 22 of the Highlanders, and it is Paenga Mosa who's going to throw this in on the 22-meter line for the Reds. So, yeah, let's see what's going to happen from here. The throw-in taken by Angus Scott Young. And no, in fact, it's been stolen by Buddy Parkinson on the ground. And now the Highlanders got this, surely. No, it's been counter-wrapped by the Reds, and they've got it back. It's Dane Sander just outside the 22, but isolated. And Billy Harmon is going to get penalized here for playing or joining from the side of the ruck again. Bryce Hegarty with a kick forward, collected by Sia Tompkinson. But we will go back for that penalty against Billy Harmon. And Buddy Parkinson has stayed down after stealing that line-out ball. I think the counter-ruck from the Reds. Oh no, he's fallen terribly on his back. So in that movement, stealing the ball, he's gone straight down to the ground, fell on his back, and well, he is up real quickly, so it's not that bad for Buddy Parkinson, who's had a really good game so far. Just want to remove that halftime sign here as we are now into the second half already. About 5 minutes into the second half, guys. The Highlanders leading 21-7, and it will be the Reds that need to strike now if they want to get back into this game. 4.5 minutes into the second half already. So they've got 35 minutes to try and turn this game around. The Highlanders defense pretty solid, and then the Reds making some really stupid mistakes at vital times. So we're still waiting for Barry Parkinson to be attended with. So while we wait, we'll have to see whether, Bryce Hegarty is going to go for touch here. So he is going to set the lineup for roundabout, it's 5 meters out. So a chance here for the Reds. Can they hit back in this game? 5 meters out. Let's see. Paenga Mosa with the line-up throw finds Ryan Smith. They form them all, and another penalty coming. The Highlanders sacking that maul illegally so. They are still going forward though. Here's the Reds, 5 meters out. Now it comes out to Bryce Hegarty. Cross kick here. Vunivalu is after this. And Vunivalu's got this. And did he got it down? He thinks he's got it in the corner, but we'll have to wait and see whether Sam Gilbert were able to stop Vunivalu there. But it looks like the try has been awarded by the referee, so 21 points to 12 it is at the moment with the conversion to come. But what a try from Vunivalu there. Out jumping Sam Gilbert for the ball there. And yeah, that is a try to the Reds. So they do strike back now after 6 minutes into the second half. Great try from Vunivalu. I do believe he came in from league to join rugby union. So that is a pretty good jump from him. And that's a great tactic from the captain, Brad Thorne. That conversion from Bryce Hegarty is going to go wide to the right hand upright. So the score stays 21-12 and the Reds might be on the comeback here. Let's hope they are, because the last thing that I want to see is the New Zealand teams dominating Super Rugby Trans-Tasman again. I say again because when we go back to the normal Super Rugby, the franchises used to dominate quite a bit. So hopefully the Reds can get back into this game and cause an upset, because the Highlanders are at home. Vunivalu has taken us in from the 22 for the Reds from the kickoff. Now Angus Scott Young putting his head down. They're about 10 meters from their own try line. Now Bryce Hegarty goes to the air. And it is chased by Daikunu, but beautifully taken in the air by the Highlanders. And a chance now for them to attack, but a counter-ruck for the Reds, causing some problems for Aaron Smith there. But now it is Billy Harmon taking it up for the Highlanders, just outside the 22 of the Reds. The Highlanders now trying to set up a few phases here. It is Renton who puts his head down. Aaron Smith, Ash Dixon. Now it's Gilbert into the line, beats the first defender, but brought down by Amy Stewart there. And here they come again. It is Himeno over the 22, but Vunivalu nearly stole the ball. Penalty coming now. He's stolen the ball on the ground illegally, not on his feet at all there, or not supporting his body weight. So a chance now for the Highlanders to maybe strike back almost immediately in the second half. Mitch Hunt is going to go for touch here, I do believe. Let's see if what decision they do make. 8 minutes into the second half. It is Mitch Hunt who's going to go to the corner here. Sets up the lineup 5 meters from the try line. So big defensive display needing to come from the Reds now. So for those of you who don't know, James O'Connor got replaced after half time. It seems like Bryce Hegarty has moved into the fly-off spot, with Vunivalu moving to the wing and Jock Campbell to fullback. Right, 9 minutes into the second half. The Reds opening up the scoreboard in the second half with a try, a beautiful cross-kick try from Vunivalu, out jumping Sam Gilbert. But a throw in from Ash Dixon finds Buddy Parkinson. They got them all formed and they're going forward at the moment. Is this Highlanders side? It is Ash Dixon off the back, and he goes over for the try for the Highlanders. And that is a really good driving ball try from them. So 26 points to 12 it is at the moment, with the conversion to come. And the Highlanders are back into a good lead again. And with this conversion to come, which I don't think Mitch Hunt will have too much of a problem with. But just a strong run off the back of that maul from Ash Dixon. Low body position, and nobody could have touched him going over that try line there. And a good team try from the Highlanders. 10 minutes into the second half, we are now with about 30 minutes left in this game. Mitch Hunt with the conversion to come now. Let's see what he can do with that. There's a difficult kick, but it should not be too difficult for his standards. The former Crusaders fly off now with the Highlanders. I think in his second season with the Highlanders, I do believe. So let's see if he can get this. Oh, hits the upright, so that does not go over, and the score stays 26 points to 12 to the Highlanders. With 30 minutes to go, it's still game on. Trailing by 14 points is the Reds. So it is now Kalani Thomas off, and on comes it is Moses Saravi now replacing Thomas for the Reds. The restart from Hegarty, a knock on from Seo Tompkins, and it's the Reds almost immediately on the attack on the 22 now. Saravi got it off the back now. Tanila Tupo, Bryce Hegarty goes out to the forwards now. Angus Scott Young trying to work his way forward, bit isolated, and hit him no goal. No, it's been stolen by the Highlanders on the ground by Renton. Now Aaron Smith gives it out to Seo Tompkinson inside his own 22, driving his way forward, but isolated as well. But they do get it back. I thought for a moment Tanila Tupo had it there. Now Mitch Hunt with a long pass out to Scott Gregory, who pumps it downfield and not going to find touch into the hands of Jock Campbell. Now gives it out to Daigunu on the 10-meter line inside their own half. They go on a run. Great defense from Ash Dixon and Aidan Johnson there for the Highlanders. Now Saravi, Bryce Hegarty, Jock Campbell, skip pass out. It goes to Fluke. Gets caught in the tackle there. Run about just inside their own half. Seru Uru taking it forward now. Saravi at the back. Bryce Hegarty, Tanila Tupo. Great defense from the Highlanders, just pushing the Reds back at the moment on their own 10-meter lines. Saravi, Hamish Stewart, Seru Uru taking it forward up to halfway for them now. Saravi, Tanila Tupo beats one defender, takes two to bring him down. Now Saravi again, Bryce Hegarty. It is Jock Campbell, skip pass out to Nivalu. Over halfway they go, pop pass back to Jock Campbell. Gets caught by the defense, and it looks like it's been stolen on the ground by the Highlanders. And here comes Aaron Smith. Back it goes to Nareki. Over halfway they go. Now Aaron Smith out to Tokalai. Puts his head down. Now Aaron Smith, out it goes to Ash Dixon. Now a chance here, Michael Collins, out to Mitch Hunt. There's an overlap here, Mitch Hunt going in on his own, just short of the 10-meter line, inside Red's half. Aaron Smith, now it comes back. Now it's Nareki with a bit of space here. Good offload, it goes to Himeno, but he passes to a ghost on the left side. Probably thought there was somebody there, didn't look, and passed the ball straight into touch. But a nice little offload from Nareki there, getting the pass away to Himeno. And he thought somebody on the outside. He probably saw the referee and thought it was one of his teammates. So line out to the Reds inside their own half. Jonathan Betero says, mind if you show the game. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys the game. I will get banned from YouTube. So if I could, I would have. The lineout has been taken by the Reds, and they formed the ball. A little knock on there. And now here comes the Highlanders up to the 22-meter line, but it is intercepted by Ryan Smith for the Reds, luckily. And they've got the ball just outside the 22. Now Saravi out to Angus Scott Young. Drives his way over about 5 meters over the 22. Tanila Tupo with a pick and go as well. Aaron Smith trying to bring him down all the way up to the 10-meter line. Ball spills loose. And it is a knock-on from the Reds. No, it's actually a little knock-on from the Highlanders in the tackle. So it will be a scrum down to the Reds on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Right, Danilo Tupou, first Trans-Tasman game. He's played 74 Super Rugby games before, as Dane Zander also now being replaced. You haven't had a great game today, and he gets replaced by Harry Hooper. So I don't know exactly what the thinking was around Dane Zander. I know he made a mark a couple of seasons ago, and now probably starting to work his way into the starting lineup. But he's not been good today. But some great, entertaining rugby so far. We've had 55 minutes in this game. So 25 minutes to go. The Reds trailing by 14 points against a really good Highlanders side today. And they will have to find the magic. They do have the players. They have Sarobi, Danilo Tupou, the likes of Jock Campbell, Vunivalu, Hamish Stewart, and Daigunu, who can rip this Highlanders side apart. But their defense have been brilliant so far. So I just don't see them get past the Highlanders today. The scrum feed off the back is a good one now. Sarobi, Bryce Hegarty, Hamish Stewart, cut out pass to Daigunu. Not the greatest of pass. Good tackle there from him, but he breaks through eventually. And now it's been picked up by Sarobi. Over halfway to go. Jock Campbell at scrum off. Gets to Bryce Hegarty. Now Ryan Smith. He's been used as a ball carrier most of the time so far in the two games that I've watched. Penalty advantage coming for the Reds. Player not rolling away quick enough. Now Sarobi. Jock Campbell. Oh, needed to get the offload through. If he did, Hamish Stewart would have been away. But we do come back for that penalty on halfway. Will they try and chip away from this lead, or will they go in for touch and try and score the try? It's going to be interesting. Bryce Hegarty is going to put this into touch. We all know he's got a massive kicking boot on him and could have slotted that easily as well. So the Highlanders now bringing on a lot of changes. Ethan de Groot is coming on along with a few other guys. Let's quickly have a look who is on the bench for them. So Brian Evans is on for Paddy Parkinson. Then Honek is on for Tokalai. And then Ethan de Groot is on for Aidan Johnson. The lineup taken by the Reds inside the 22 of the Highlanders now. They form them all going forward. Very slowly, but surely getting there. It is Paenga Mosa at the back of it. Now Sarobi rips it. Out it goes to Daigunu, making a couple of meters forward. Now quick ball needed. Sarobi taking his time. Bryce Hegarty passes back inside to Paenga Mosa. So just inside the 22 now. Here it comes. Seru Uru puts his head down. Bit isolated. But it comes back now. Bryce Hegarty. Overlap here for him. He goes on his own. About 10 meters out now is the Reds. 6 phases already. Taken forward by Salakai Lotto for the Reds. Now Sarobi tries to go on his own. Should have passed to Bryce Hegarty. And now they're going backwards again as the Reds. So a penalty then coming for the Reds. About 10 meters from the try line under the post. So maybe they should set up another line out here and go for that right. So they have 2 penalty advantages. They're going back for the one in the corner to set up the line out. Discipline of the Highlanders lacking a little bit here in the second half so far. So a chance now for the Reds. Can they strike back with about 22 minutes to go in this game? Big moment coming up for the Reds. If they want to stay in this game, they need it now. The lineup collected by Ryan Smith. The maul has been formed by the Reds. Paenga Mosa got the ball at the back. Hamish Stewart joining that maul. But a penalty to the Highlanders. I think it is obstruction. Yeah, so offside. So I'm a bit unsure about the ruling of that one. I don't think the lineout was over just yet, and Amy Stewart might have joined. So I think that might be the reason behind that penalty. So a penalty to the Highlanders. Mitch Hunt is going to try and put this into touch now for them. It's going to find touch round about between the 10-meter line and halfway inside the Reds half now. Yeah, so not sure what the referee says. Hamish Stewart was offside there. So the line up taken by Renton now, and up and under from Aaron Smith. Not the greatest kick he's ever made, but it's collected by Jonah Nareki, but he was in an offside position. So penalty to the Reds just inside their own half. So silly mistakes by both teams at the moment. Now Bryce Hegarty going to put that into touch between the 10 and the 22 inside the Highlanders half. So they've lost pretty much ground on that as well. Let's see if they can strike now. They really need to strike with 20 minutes to go in this game. So important that they get over for a try right now. Right, the frame from Painga Mosa. Coltman is also on for Dixon now. The lineout has been stolen by the Highlanders, but it somehow comes back to the Reds. And now Sarovi makes a wild pass to Daigunu, and they set up the ruck on the 10-meter line. Now Sarovi again. Oh, beautiful little dummy pop pass. And now Salakai Lotto out to Seruuru over the 22. They go. Another beautiful pop pass, but a knock on from Daigunu. And now the Highlanders can counter-attack through Nareki. Good tackle there from Liam Wright on him on the 22, but he's still going. So difficult to bring down. It's taken about 3 players to bring him down. Now it comes back to Mitch Hunt, but isolated there. Now gives it out to Sam Gilbert, who goes to the air, and nobody really chasing it. And Vanivalu has got it on halfway for the Reds. Let's see what they can do. Now they have to attack from their own half again. Here's the Reds. Sarovi, Bryce Hegarty, Angus Scott Young, Stewart with a flat pass to Seruuru. Gets tackled on the 10-meter line. Now Bryce Hegarty again. Salakai Lotto brought down on the 10-meter as well. Now Sarovi, out it goes to Seruuru. The Reds just gaining no ground at the moment. Sarovi to Tanela Tupo. Maybe he can gain a bit of ground. Good tackle from Renton and Scott Gregory there on him. Now they go blindside again through Ryan Smith. It was in fact Liam Wright, and he's got penalized now for holding on. And so another penalty now to the Highlanders inside the Reds half, and another chance for them to get some points on the board. It's just been up and down the field. Both teams guilty of not capitalizing on the opportunities given to them. Sam Gilbert over the ball there, forcing the penalty from Ben O'Keefe. And now the Highlanders will surely go for touch again. Or will they? Yeah, they will. Right, so Mitch Hunt to the corner he goes. Let's see where he's going to find touch. He hasn't found touch, and Vanivalu has saved another line out there. And Bryce Hegarty now got it and kicks it downfield. So it's those little mistakes at the moment that is keeping this game from being an open, flowing game. And Bryce Hegarty with a thumping clearance there all the way up to about 10 meters out from, or 5 meters out from the 22 of the Highlanders. And it is going to be Liam Coltman now with the throwing to this lineup. Right, so Josh Dixon calling the shots there. And it's taken by him in the lineout. So good lineout take there from Josh Dixon. Aaron Smith goes with the box kick over the top into the hands of Vanivalu. Now he's going to have a run on the 10-meter line inside Red's half. Good little run from him. Now Sarovi. Out it goes to Bryce Hegarty. Up to Salakai Lotto. Bryce Hegarty again. Back inside to Tanila Tupo. Up to halfway to go. Now Luke and Salakai Lotto driving his way up. But it's been intercepted by Billy Harmon. He won't have the pace, unfortunately. Gets brought down 10 meters from the try line. Now the Highlanders on the attack. 10 meters out from the try line now. Into the hands of Himeno it goes. 10 meters out. Penalty to the Reds. Player holding on to the ball. Jock Campbell forcing the penalty there. So all that just comes to the end, unfortunately. Jonathan Patero says, well, unfortunately, Jonathan Patero, I will be blocking you for that comment. So sorry about that. Then 11, yeah, we've got all the stuff there. So guys, no comments that could lead to a suspension or a ban from my side. I will be blocking you if something like that happens. So let's keep it clean at all times. So line out for the Reds on the 10-meter line. Here they go. Bryce Hegarty out to Hamish Stewart. Bashes his way up to halfway for the Reds. 15 minutes left. Bryce Hegarty. Oh, beautiful pass. It goes out. And now a chance here. Seruuru over the 22-meter. He goes. He should have passed. Back inside to Daikunu. And it is going to be a try to the Reds. So probably we'll have a look at it afterwards again now. But it seems like it could be a try to the Reds here. Aaron Smith discussing something there with the referees. So Mike Fraser will have a look at this. Let's see if Daiguru will get another try for the Reds. There might be just a little knock on there somewhere. So let's see what happens with this. Couldn't hear if the on-field decision was try or not. But let's see again. So first of all, there's a potential knock on. That pass is fine. Beautiful pass to the replacement there. Then Seruuru and a nice little run there. The ball, I would say, haven't gone forward. It's gone backwards. They are having a look at that pass again. So, might be a forward pass, potential forward pass there from Bryce Hegarty out to, I think it is the replacement, Isaac Henry. So, could it just have been a flat pass? No, that's gone forward out of the hands. So, we'll probably go back for a forward pass way back in to the half of the Reds. Unfortunately, I think that will not be a try. So no try has been given, and we will be going back for that forward pass way back inside the Reds half, basically on a 10-meter line. So bad luck there for the Reds there, unfortunately. Right, so that would have been a big moment in this game if the Reds could have scored from there, but unfortunately, the pass from Bryce Hegarty out to Isaac Henry went forward. No, it wasn't. No, sorry, it was actually, was it Fraser McWright who took that in? Yeah, Fraser McWright took it in, and that was the forward pass to him. So scrum down to the Highlanders with 15 minutes to go. Right, scrum feet off the back, taken by Aaron Smith now. Comes out to Scott Gregory. Great run from him up to the 10-meter line inside Red's half. Aaron Smith with a long pass, intercepted. there by Sarabi. Now Tanilla Tupo having a run, tries to pass it, but it unfortunately goes into touch there. Maybe should have kept the ball. Quick throw in from the Highlanders, but the referee calls them back. Well, it was a wild pass from Aaron Smith there, intercepted by Sarabi, given out to Tanilla Tupo, and he just threw a wild pass in the tackle, which went into touch. 14 minutes to go. Let's see now. It is Liam Coltman with the throw-in for the Highlanders now. Taken beautifully by Renton there. Maul has been formed from the Highlanders, driving it forward now. This Maul is looking good. They might get a penalty if the Reds are not careful now. The referee says use it once. So Aaron Smith will probably try and put this to the air, it seems, by looking at his body language. Now he might have a go here. Now he goes to the air with a little box kick over the top, but Vanivalu will collect that with ease just inside his 22 and calls the mark. Now tap quickly. Back it goes to Jock Campbell, who pumps it downfield, and that finds touch inside the half of the Highlanders. Quickly thrown in. No, it's not going to be a quick throw in. It is going to be a line out. In fact, to the Reds has been touched by one of the Highlanders players. So with 12 minutes to go in this game, can the Reds somehow get a try from this and make it a decent effort for that last couple of minutes? Big game again from Aaron Smith today, but it's just been a little bit loose from his side here in the second half. Not really gaining too much from it. The line out taken by Angus Scott Young off the back to Sarabi. Now Bryce Hegarty, Hamish Stewart tries to go on his own. Over halfway he goes now. Sarabi again. Bryce Hegarty inside to Salakai Lotto, who knocks it on, and Aaron Smith kicks it downfield. That is a good little kick all the way up to inside the 22 of the Reds. And it's going to be another defensive lineup for the Reds coming up with about 11 minutes to go in this game. The Reds need to get some magic going for them now. Bainga Mosa with the throw in to this lineup. Let's see which way it's going to go. The lineups have been struggling a little bit today. Highlanders really disrupting them at times. And that's been taken by Salakai Lotto at the back now. Fraser McBride to Hamish Stewart inside the round 22. So Robbie, out it goes to Bryce Hegarty. Kicking it downfield. Finding Sam Gilbert off the back now. Up to the 10-meter line he goes. Good tackle there from Fraser McBride. Now Nareki. Good tackle from Jock Campbell on him. The Highlanders now just outside the 22. Aaron Smith out to Renton. 5 meters out from the 22. Penalty coming for the Highlanders. Now it comes out to Mitch and it's been intercepted by Stewart. But we come back for that penalty against the Reds. Angus Scott Young getting penalized there. So welcome back to Super Rugby in its fullest form. New Zealand teams against Australian teams. And we're following the same trend as it's been always. The New Zealand teams dominating the Australian franchises as the Highlanders in complete control of this game with 10 minutes to go. So Nasser is now on for Paenga Mosa as well as Isaac Henry coming on for Josh Fluke. 10 minutes to go in this game. Will the Highlanders now finish off this game, or can the Reds somehow get another try or something to get back? It is going to be Mitch Hunt to go for the corner again for the Highlanders. And they want to finish this game now. Barry Green asked, what's your score prediction? For which game? For the next game, Barry? because I did go for the Reds by 8 in this one. So for the Hurricanes Waratahs game, I would probably say Hurricanes by 20 plus, based on how the Waratahs have been performing. So here comes the Highlanders. They're going up with this maul, and they should be able to get over here. They're over the try line, but the referee didn't see it being grounded, so we might have to go up to the TMO for this one. Yeah, so Barry, I think Hurricanes by 20, going off the result of this game, which I really thought the Reds would have won today. So up to the TMO we go. Mike Fraser being used quite a lot in this game today. Let's see. I do believe that they are happy from the Highlanders side for that try. It looks like it's Liam Coltman who went over the try line there. Whether we will see a grounding, though, is another question. So they are looking for a potential knock-on as well in that movement. But I don't see a problem with that. But I don't see the ball grounded either. So this might come down as inconclusive. Well, wait, there we go. There's grounding on the ball. So, yeah, ball grounded. So that should be a try to the Highlanders. And I think it is Liam Coltman who would have gone over for that try. But they are still checking it out. So it's not a done deal just yet. But I don't really see anything wrong with it. I don't see the knock-on that they were talking about. And it does look, now they're looking for potential obstruction as well. So the knock-on was not seen. Now they're going for potential obstruction. But the try has been awarded nonetheless. So in the end, nothing wrong with that. It is now 31 points to 12. And it's becoming a hiding at the moment for the Reds. Liam Coltman, who goes down for that try. We've got 9 minutes left in this game, and the Highlanders just in total control of this. Reds making too many mistakes and really costing them the game in the end. But overall, the Highlanders by far the better team today. Great try from the Highlanders, working those forwards through a driving maul, and Liam Coltman with all the experience goes over for his try. So conversion attempt by Mitch Hunt now. He's missed one so far today, which was not the most difficult one. It was less difficult than this one, but I almost bet for him to get this one over. Let's see if he can get it. So the conversion, and like I predicted, that one goes straight through the middle, and it's 33 points to 12. And that is a massive score. If the Highlanders score again, I think it would be a true reflection of how the game really went today. So 33 points to 12. The Reds getting smashed at the moment with 8 minutes to go in this game. The restart collected beautifully by the replacement lock forward for the Highlanders. And now it comes back to Sam Gilbert, who's going to thump this downfield. And he's going to find Jock Campbell there on the 10-meter line inside Red's own half. Bryce Hegarty going to the air, chased by Vunivalu. But nobody really getting there. And Mitch Hunt is going to smack this downfield again, trying to find space. And Jock Campbell's got it now off the back inside his own 22. Bryce Hegarty going to try and have a run here. Gets caught just outside his own 22. Ball comes back to the Red side. Great little run there from Nasser for the Reds. Sarabi off the back to Salakai Lotto. 7 minutes to go in this game. Sarabi out to Bryce Hegarty. Puts it to the boot. High kick for Vunivalu to chase. And it's Nareki who's beautifully under the ball. Gives it out to Scott Gregory. Now Mitch Hunt over the 22 goes to Highlanders. 15 meters out from the try line. Another penalty advantage coming for the Tanila Tupo, the guilty one there. Now Ethan de Groot takes it up, or de Groot takes it up. Aaron Smith out to Billy Harmon, who's had a smacking game today. 5 meters out now, Aaron Smith, Nareki. Out it goes to Gilbert. Cut out pass it goes. And it's going to be a try to the Highlanders in the corner by it's Punavai who gets over for the try for the Highlanders. So now it is becoming really just a massive scoreline at the moment. 38 points to 12 with about 6 minutes to go in this game. The Highlanders just showing true class against this red side today, and by far the better team. Quick recycle ball, beautiful hands, nice little skip pass from Sam Gilbert out to Punavai, who dots down in the corner. Beautiful try from the Highlanders, capitalizing off the mistakes of the Reds today, and really good. So a complete showing from this Highlanders side today. And you wouldn't say that they ended fourth in Super Rugby Aotearoa and the Reds actually being the champions of Super Rugby AU. So hopefully this trend won't continue, but I can only see it continue a little bit later today when the Hurricanes play the Waratahs. I do believe that we could have a very similar score to this one. So I did say Hurricanes by 20. I might just add on to that and say 30 points because it is a very young Waratahs side as well. And whether they'll be able to match that Hurricanes side is going to be tricky. But because they're at home, yeah, let me stick to 20 points for now for the Hurricanes. So that conversion kick is a beauty, and it goes over from Mitch Hunt, and it's 40 points to 12 for them with about 5 minutes to go in this game. The Highlanders just smashing the Reds today. Restart from Bryce Hegarty, probably the Reds' best player on the pitch today. Taken in beautifully there again by the Highlanders from that kickoff outside their own 22. Now it's Ethan de Groot taking it up beautifully. Now it's kicked forward by Mitch Hunt and not going to find touch into the hands of Jock Campbell on his own 10-meter line, going to the air, and not the greatest of kicks, chased by Bryce Hegarty. Beautifully collected by Punavai again. And now Hamilton out to Mitch Hunt, who's going to kick this downfield into space. But Jock Campbell's got it there, and he sends it back with interest all the way up to the 22. And now Mitch Hunt, out it goes to Nareki, who's going to kick it downfield as well into the hands of Vunivalu. So it's becoming a kicking contest now. Vunivalu going to the air, chasing his own kick. And it is a knock-on from the Highlanders. And now a chance maybe here for the Reds to get a consolation try from this. The Highlanders getting a bonus point from this win today. It's really smashing this red side. Jock Campbell trying to make a bit of ground. There's a little bit of obstruction. So we will come back for that knock-on from the Highlanders. So, yeah, with 3 minutes to go, this game is pretty much sealed for the Highlanders. Just showing the dominance from the New Zealand franchises over the Australian ones as this trend just keeps on continuing. Canada Brumbies, I think it's tomorrow, play the Crusaders. We will be doing that one. Canada Brumbies maybe upset the Crusaders, which is really the only other hope that the Australian franchises will have in this competition. But for the rest, I can only see bad things coming after watching this opening game. So the scrum feed from Sorovi just outside the 22 comes back to him. Now there's a chance here. Amy Stewart, he's also been good for the Reds today. Makes his way up now. Angus Scott Young, like I say, just outside the 22 now. The Reds trying to get a consolation try. Daigunu pick and go. Now Sorovi, he tries to go on his own. Fraser McBride off the back there for the Reds. They're now inside the 22. Now Sorovi, Sereuru, Bryce Hegarty with the Flat pass to Salakai Lotto, still just inside the 22 now. Again, Nasser taking it forward for the Reds, about 15 meters out. Seruuru. Penalty comes to the Reds, not gaining any ground with that attack. So they will have a last chance here with a minute to go. Bryce Hegarty is going to kick this into touch for the Reds. Not finding the distance that he would have liked. So about 10 meters out from the try line of the Highlanders. A last opportunity for the champion Reds in Super Rugby AU to get one over the Highlanders. Just a consolation try really for the Reds if they can get it. Seruuru taking it off the back for the Reds there. Like a maul has been formed 10 meters out from the try line. Now going forward, Nasser's got it at the back for the Reds. It's now stopped going forward, so they need to get this out real quickly now. Sarovi, out it goes to Amy Stewart, Bryce Hegarty. Terrible pass from him. The ball spills loose, and Nareki is going to thump this downfield, but they are going to come back for another penalty to the Reds, 5 meters out from the try line. So probably illegal mauling there, or trying to stop the maul illegally. So one last chance. Time is up. 8 seconds left in this game. This is the largest win for the Highlanders against the Reds since 2004, guys. So to beat the champions of Super Rugby AU by the largest margin of victory since 2004 just tells you the story here. And the maul has been set up by Salakai Lotto again, 5 meters out from the try line. Seems like there's another penalty advantage coming for the Reds, though. So they do have a chance to get that consolation try. Now going forward is the Reds. Seruuru taking it down. Sarovi, Bryce Hegarty with a cross kick. And again, Vunivalu gets down for his second try through a cross kick from Bryce Hegarty. So they do get that consolation try, guys. Not the greatest performance from the Reds today. They definitely disappointed me. I never expected that the Highlanders would be this dominant today. But Vunivalu scoring twice from a cross kick kick in the second half. So maybe something that they could look to maybe exploit in the future going forward. So it seems like the conversion has been missed by the Reds. So that will, oh no, he's going to take it. Sorry. Looked like it was over for a second there. So Bryce Hegarty will just have that last attempt at goal here. And it looks like he's going to slot that through. So 40 points to 19 is the final score here at the Forsyth Barr in Dunedin. The Highlanders totally dominating the Reds in this opening game. And like I said, let's hope it's not going to be the trend following Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, because we don't want to see these sorts of runaway games. We would love to see a more tight one, like maybe the Super Rugby finals we saw last week. But thank you guys for joining in. I got smacked here. I thought the Reds was going to win by 8. In the end, it is the Highlanders who win by 21 points, which is a massive scoreline. And I do believe that they did get the bonus point in this game. So congratulations to the Highlanders. I will see you guys later today. Unfortunately, won't be able to do the Waratahs Hurricanes game, but I will be back later today doing the Munster versus Connacht and then Leinster versus Ulster. So until then, guys, this is the Rugby Guru. Cheers for now.